When there was no sky maker, you were the sky. When there was no earth, you were the earth. When there was nothing, you were everything.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Hope you're having yourselves a great day on this beautiful Sunday. And thank you so much for joining me, whether you're joining during or post-stream. Really appreciate it. In the last episode, we went through our sweep of the hinterlands, cleared out the mages and Templars fighting, and now we have to go to Valhalla to see what the Chantry has to say about all this mess, and to see if they're willing to support us. Before that, we got I'm going to show you the war table, because there is an objective we have to complete for Master Dennett in order to get his fine steeds. So, your war table, so I now have access to missions. Mission operations take time and bring the Inquisition resources and rewards. Only one mission per advisor can be active at a time. Some missions have a preferred type, which results in less time required when undertaken by the associated advisor. Missions may also provide different rewards depending on which advisor completes them. And as you gain power, you get access to Inquisition perks. So forces, secrets, connections, and Inquisition itself.
We simply can't accommodate them if they bring that many servants.
I will speak to the Duchess. She can be reasoned with, after a fashion.
Right now we have 2 perks. Right now I want to get my hands on... I want to try unlocking Deft Hand's Fine Tools, because that allows your rogue companions to open masterwork locks. And there are some things behind those doors that are pretty useful. There is an amulet of power early in the game that I kind of want to get my eyes on, so let us do arcane knowledge, because I want a little extra XP when we are reading those codexes. Eagle-eyed grants a significant increase to the discovery of range of the searching action. Bolsters the number of researchers working to study those who stand against the Inquisition. Grants an additional 50 XP for each foe studied, including those already completed. Okay, so I want these. Alright. So your war table is divided into 2 regions, one being Orlais and the other for Ferelden. Most of our objectives are in the Ferelden area. One of them we have to do is build watchtowers. So the refugees in the hinterlands face threats from bandits, demons, apostate mages, and Templar deserters. Building watchtowers in the area will help Inquisition forces ensure the safety of refugees and farmers. The appropriate building sites have already been marked. So we did that in the last episode. And then on the bottom, you can see, on the bottom right, you can see requires time. And depending on which advisor, it may have a preferred advisor to complete it, and the preferred ones will require a shorter time. You can also shorten the time by accessing agents, and the agents will be assigned to each advisor, or a specific advisor, and that will help speed up the the operations time. So we're gonna go with Cullen, since it only takes 45 minutes.
All right.
And you can unlock areas with your advisors and stuff like that. One area I want to unlock is the Black Emporium, so we'll go there later. This is a DLC shop, so you can get some resources, unique items, schematics, etc., etc. We won't go there just yet. You can also change the look of your character with the Mirror of Transformation, which is pretty useful. I hope with that little piece of music I won't get copyrighted. So let's
see what we have.
These are just mounts. Contact Clan Lavalan. That is my main character's clan. Clan Lavalan offers greetings to the Inquisition and wishes it well in sealing the breach that has opened in the sky. While some Dalish clans hate humans and wish nothing to do with them, Clan Lavalan has always dealt fairly with all and wished only for peace. That said, we have on occasion been forced to defend ourselves from those who saw us only as potential victims. It has come to our attention that a member of our clan is being held captive by your Inquisition. He went to the Conclave only to observe the peace talks between your mages and Templars, and we find it highly unlikely that he intentionally violated your customs. If he has been charged with a crime, we would appreciate hearing of it. If not, it would ease our concerns to hear from him to know that he remains with the Inquisition of his own will. Keeper Istamithoriel Lavalan. So they just want to know if we're okay, so Liliana, if we send a Liliana, she says, the Dalish respect deeds, not words. Let my elven agents deliver something the clan needs as a show of good faith. And Josephine, your people must be approached carefully. One of our elven scribes could deliver a message and share news of the Inquisition's fair treatment. I want to help my clan out, so we're going to go with Liliana for that one.
Let's see what we have.
And let's do this one. Ruffles. I'm assuming that's Josephine. Yep. I need a favor. Actually, let's call it a loan, since I'll pay it back. I got a letter from my editor in Kirkwall today. She tells me that Hard in Hightown 3, the repuncheoning, appeared in print from an Antivan printer a couple weeks ago. I'll give you a moment to contemplate the horror that is that title. I had my contacts in the Merchants Guild look for the author a couple of years back. The best I could do is find out, after spending a couple hundred gold, was that Peril Bellenforth is a pen name. I could have told them that for free. You've got contacts within Antivan print houses. Maybe you could find out more than the guild, Varric. Josephine, I could ask a friend in Antiva City to look into this matter, I suppose.
At your service.
Help Varric out there. Okay, so eventually we're gonna go to the Orlais side because we do have to go to Val Royeaux, but actually let's do that now. Why not? Why not? So these little pyramid things are like areas you can unlock. Yep. Let us go. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed, and at this moment we could not step foot in the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry to the city so we can show them the Herald of Andrade, not the monster they believe.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask him.
Yeah.
You want me to walk into a pit of vipers, and you ask me that?
They're not vipers just because they like to hiss.
I will go with him. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
I like to remain a little skeptical, being an outsider, an elf. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed, and at this moment we cannot step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us into the city so we can show the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Oh, I did craft a new sword for our Lavalon.
The city still mourns.
Nothing OP, just something different.
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliane's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then. They wish to protect the people? From us?
We knew there would be some kind of reaction.
But I didn't expect the Templars to make an appearance.
The people may just be assuming what the Templars will do. I've heard of no concrete plans.
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred.
It just means I have a larger audience to convince.
Perhaps. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Alright. Let's read these. Oh, we leveled up. How nice. Guess it was a good idea we took that perk for extra experience. And we can now get our combat roll, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put that there. Alright. So we just need this one more level for coming through. So we do some damage with our combat roll.
Stand wary, guardsman.
Good people of Val Royal, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would send no elf in our hour of need.
I make no such claim. I wasn't sent here by Andraste or the Maker. I'm simply trying to close the breach. It threatens us all.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Was that display supposed to impress me?
On the contrary, it wasn't for you at all.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
If you're not here to help the Chantry, then you just came to make speeches.
I came to see what frightens old women so, and to laugh.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
What a douche.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
It doesn't look like we'll be getting the Templars to help us after all.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Our Templars left.
Excuse me.
The Chantry promised they'd defend us.
Is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
We're going to give it a try at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste... I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but... if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, he is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Got another agent. Oh yeah, gotta talk to her.
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. and my fellow clerics are scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
More comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine. Her holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
How are people responding to all of this?
Despair. Fear. We mourn her holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's will? We abandoned our duties. We servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can. And leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the Maker's hands now.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Alright. So, I either gotta find a way to help, or to get the Templars to help us, or something else.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Mysterious arrow. A message is attached, written in a large following handle of bordered with doodles. People say you're special, I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Valroyo. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and round the cafe, and maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords, friends of Red Jenny. A poor drawing of the locations is in the market is attached. There's a bunch of little things we can read here.
I believe that messenger is trying to get our attention.
Which one? This one?
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
You're cordially invited to attend my salon at the my salon held at the chateau of Duc Bastien de Ghislaine. Yours, Viviane de Fer, first enchanter of Montsimard, enchanter to the imperial court. Alright, let's try and read all these. I want to get that. All my combat roll to damage as soon as possible. So.
My maker, know my heart. Take from me a life of sorrow. Comfort is only yours to give. Oh, maker, where is the comfort? Look away. I have broken the chant because it comes from my heart. What have we when our divine is dead and the sky burns?
What do you mean you broke the chant?
Are you also ignorant of the Maker's most basic rights? The
Obviously.
chant of light is how we honor the Maker. They are the only words that the faithful should hear from my lips. But I can't. Our divine is dead. Our Templars gone. The Maker's silence is deafening. What hope have we?
The Inquisition can give you the answers you need.
So I have a faith I've lost. Or one that seeks to drive it from me. I can't even look to our Templars. How is this not darkness?
Stuff to read in here too. I think there's a whole upper section as well. I'm not gonna buy anything. The best gear is crafted gear. Well, not always, but 90% of the time, the best gear in this game is crafted gear. Get out of my way. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck.
What is the Grand Cathedral thinking? We must have a new divine. She will show us the way.
Sorry, I'm not reading any of these. There's just way too many.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect.
Hey, that's Engineer Donnelly's voice.
Awaiting word from the advisors.
Engineer Donnelly. Oh, I gotta get away. I might get copyrighted. Yeah. Yeah, I got a copyright notice in the first episode. So that's why I turned off the music, which really sucks because music just adds to the ambience and atmosphere of
Yes, I am
any story.
sorry. Minding the duties of the loved, ailing mother, Havara. I am rather overwhelmed.
Sorry to hear that.
Of course.
I swear there were some here. Didn't we get those? We did get those. You look shady. I like your armor though. And why can't we get armor like that? Anything up here? Nope. Alright, let's head to the upper level.
What is this now?
Stay away from Marianne over there. Man, I wish there was a way for her to not sing. It's gonna be a problem when we get to later in the game. Oh yeah, and we have to find the sections of that mysterious arrow was telling us to go to. I think one's here. Red handkerchief folded around a key with a small hasty scrawl. Key lifted from drunk swearing about Herald. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid. And we got about 2000 XP just from those codexes. Pretty sweet. Alright, we gotta head upstairs.
Well, that was a change of affairs.
Let's start on this side. A scrap of parchment is hastily torn from an ornate document stuffed into a hiding space with a large red sock. We are to obey well. We meet at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Scroll below is in a misspelt script. Herald go at a time, praise Adrast. It looks like our companions have leveled up as well. So let's distribute some of these points. For Cassandra, we already have Turn the Blade, right? I think she should also get Charging Bull. Oh wait, oh, I want to undo that. How do I undo that? No, I wanted to get this. That's super annoying. That's okay. We're not even gonna use her once we get our other tank. Oh yeah, the other characters. Solas. So we want a bit more crowd control, yeah? Frost Mastery. I need to upgrade this. Life Ward. And for Varric, we want Pincushion. Probably one of the best passives in the game as well. Rogues have really good. The Artificer rogue has really great passives. So if you're doing a crit build like how I'm gonna do, keep Varric with you. Almost halfway to level 8. Don't think there's many codex bases up here, but every little bit helps.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the maiden.
Why do they all talk like that? This is where you buy like that mysterious box. Can you please leave?
Why not?
Literally nothing. I think there's only 2. Yeah. Alright. That's that. So at this point we can actually recruit some companions. That's what that red scarf thingy that the mysterious arrow was all about, and then the invitation from Viviane de Fer.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. It's for you to be here.
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Before we go to Haven, we're gonna grab...
They wish to protect the people from us?
Oh.
Return to Haven.
So, yeah. Oh wait, we didn't finish searching.
Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
I thought we got all of them. So the one at the ship, one upstairs, and I think there's one in the cafe. Yep. Don't sing, Marianne, please. Thank you. Okay, now we can go to the meeting point. A friend of Red Jenny.
I don't think they knew.
Oh my.
Some baddies over here. Okay, you're good over here.
One down.
Ring velvet. All right.
Herald of Andraste. How much did you expect to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're... And you're an elf. Well, hope you're not too elfy. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the Herald thingy.
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you? And what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches. Right in the claws! Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
So who are your Friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
It's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
So basically they're like unpaid like mercenaries or work pro bono and just try to help the little guy.
You sound like a thief who acts out petty revenge fantasies. And that might be bad?
Oh, right. You want to prop that guy up so I can say my sorries? Bad things should happen to bad people. We find someone not so bad, maybe he'll end up not so dead. Good enough?
You said that like it's obvious, but you didn't know him.
I knew about him.
That's just rumor.
Look, I'd have been fine stripping his guards and nicking his stuff. Turns out he deserved worse. Or was him trying to kill you a good thing? Are you the baddie? Didn't think so.
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's Herald. It seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead yet. I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Sarah's a pretty good character to have. She has a... She's like a glass cannon. Really high DPS. Relatively squishy. Try and loot everything we can, and then let's go and visit, if we can, Viviane. Gislaine Estate.
Master Lavellen, on behalf of the Inquisition.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Viviane.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Viviane.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the civil war. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed-up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Viviane, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
The Marquis doesn't interest me. Do whatever you like with him.
Poor Marquis. Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden doglord. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think, all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning, and you're still here. Were you hoping to sate your damaged pride by defeating the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think his sword would end the shame of your failure? Run along, my dear. Do give my regards to your aunt. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
Why is there music?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Viviane, first enchanter of Montsimard and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Charmed, Lady Viviane.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to who?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the Circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows, magic will find neither on its own.
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas, and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Viviane.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Got another companion, it seems. I haven't used Viviane much, to be honest. Though I have played as her specialization, Knight Enchanter, which is probably my favorite of the three. Lots and lots of damage with the Knight Enchanter. Alright, so we are back at Haven. Wait. Yeah, so we gotta figure out if we want... If you want to help the mage, we want the mage's help or the Templars. Look at my new mount. That'll be fitting since I'm an elf. I do want to upgrade some of the weapons. I'm gonna upgrade Varric and Solus. So I'm not gonna go for the highest tier staffs. We'll go with something a little bit lower tier. Something that looks cool. Archmage. This looks like the one that Hawk used in the second one. So we gotta go for 47, 55. We'll go with this one, the Apostate Staff. Put some iron in there from electricity damage. Velveteen. We'll make a grip for him. Notched grip. Scribe staff. I like this one. Dense staff grip. Notched staff grip. I like this one. I'm just gonna use iron because we have so much of it. Sunder on hit. Critical damage bonus. Critical damage bonus. I like the Sunder on hit. And we will add a blade. Dragon stuff, that's cool. Or this one's cool too. I'm gonna do the dragon staff. Since it's not a high tier one, critical chance. Or attack. Cool. Okay, then let's work on Varric. I think we'll do the 2, because this is 7. That gives you 34 extra damage. Iron. Iron. The only thing we use is Druffalo Hide. So the arms give you damage. grip. Aiming. I'm only gonna do level 2. And that's it, right? Okay. So let us equip up Varric. I need to equip Solus with... I should rename them. Imbued staff, but can I rename it here? No, I can't. I like to rename them just so I know whose weapon is whose. I'll modify some weapons. Solus. So right now he's got this on. So we got 3 more damage. Plus all this stuff. Now how cool does that look? See, I like the ones where you can add the attachments to it better than the ones that you can't. The ones that are like hard capped with stats. Very cool. And then Varric. Upgrade Bianca. Precision aiming. A new grip. And new arms. Okay. The reason I'm not doing Cassandra yet is because I want the other tank who will meet soon.
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
I thought you knew that.
I suppose I could ask Liliana. She has collected a frightening amount of information on you. But I don't want to ask her. I want to hear it from you.
My clan never stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh? I didn't think your people roamed that far north. Clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
I might, once this is done.
It will not be the same once you do.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
No motivation beyond making things between us less...
antagonistic?
Exactly.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pendergast, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lord.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pendergasts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pendergasts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
And you joined the Seekers to get away from them.
It was a life worth getting away from. The Pendergasts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
You don't seem to like your homeland much.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus, I did not see Navarra, the real Navarra, until much later. By then, I realized I knew it not at all.
Your uncle? What about your parents?
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family, and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a mortalitasi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
Your uncle was a mortalitasi?
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts. The mortalitasi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Nevarans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
So you were the right hand to the Divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
But what does a right hand do exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinia knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
So what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet Andraste, do you really want to hear that? It was, what, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
I'm sure you're just being modest.
I was there. I think I know what happened. To hear others tell it, I alone saved Divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart. And there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral, but I had help from loyal mages who rallied to the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten.
What happened to the mages that helped you?
They went back to their circles, with rewards and privileges and most holy gratitude. Many of them died at the conflict.
I think you're a hero, no matter how you downplay it.
Fine. But it was 20 years ago. I will not rest upon my laurels.
I'll let you get back to work.
Looks like there's a little chest here. And a little willpower. Oh, Cullen's down here now.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims.
Como
None
está?
made quite the entrance you did.
Tiene pipa.
I just hope I can help.
As do we all. It is enough that you would try. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
You left the Templars for this. You believe the Inquisition can work?
I do. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new Divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can...
Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
You understand our situation. I appreciate your opinion.
Look around. Our people are well organized and committed. Despite what the clerics think, we are in the best position to help. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Sorry there. My wife was calling me. Let's go check out. Might as well talk to everyone, right?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Are you from Ferelden? Or Ley?
Free marches. Born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no. Kirkwall's not that bad.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant.
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous, maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
If you've run a spy network, why is Leliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in moneylenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca, she's one of a kind. Funny story. I bought a salvaged ship and found her locked in a dragonbone reinforced chest in the hold. I broke 36 lockpicks and blunted 9 saws opening that trunk, but it was worth it.
Who's she named for?
I can't tell you.
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
I had one more conversation option.
Thanks, Varric. No problem. Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
I don't know why it didn't give me access to that last one. Got some silk there. There's Sarah.
And you've seen no signs of the Grey Wardens anywhere.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. Hear that? I meant the stronghold, but it sounded like... Well, it's funny, right? Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it, but I can't put an arrow in that. Well, I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Is there something else you're looking for? Like, what's behind all this?
Maybe. I don't know. First things first, right? I help you, march, arrow, kick. Then people stop being stupid, and everything starts to make sense again. Sound good to you, all-chosen Lord Herald?
I don't know. I think Sarah's one of... I've never really been interested in romancing her. Like, she's just too childlike. You know what I mean?
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
Check up on Solus.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
You're an apostate. Yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
You said you traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment,
I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Cailan fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
You can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Spirits try to tempt you.
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interested.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroy the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You strengthen your body to deliver and withstand punishment. The muscles are an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You're saying that you became friends with pride and desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
Spirits are bound by their nature. You said it yourself. They're shaped by contact with real people.
Just as Liliana was shaped by contact with divine Justinian. As those who serve the Inquisition are shaped by you. If I change your mind in this conversation, does that mean you're no more real than a spirit?
You've thought about this?
On occasion, yes.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
I wish there was like a meter that showed like your approval rating with your companions. Where are you running to? Oh.
So it's true. Butler has stand on us. I hope my hunch was wrong.
You knew him well?
Not as well as I thought. Show me the reports. There were so many questions surrounding Farria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Farria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Wait. What are you doing?
He betrayed us. He murdered my agent.
And you'd kill him? Just like that?
You find fault with my decision?
We can't solve our problems with murder.
And what would you suggest? Leave him be. Butler's betrayal put our agents in danger. I condemned one man to save dozens. I may not like what I do, but it must be done. I cannot afford the luxury of ideals at a time like this.
Now is precisely the time for ideals.
You feel very strongly about this. Very well. I will think of another way to deal with this man. Apprehend Butler, but see that he lives. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
Honestly, from my perspective, the right move would be to have that agent executed for being a traitor. I mean, in that line of work. It's just... the cost of keeping him alive is just too much. But since I want to have a softened... they call it a softened Leliana instead of a hardened one, I went with that option. And there's a reason why I want her softened, which I will explain as we get further along the game.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
We had to do something, and now we have an opportunity.
Yes, and we have the opening we need to approach the Templars and the mages.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
That does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
There's our tank, so we gotta go recruit him. Yeah, the Grey Wardens are this like organization that are the only ones that can battle something called an archdemon and a blight, which happens like every decade or something like that. And basically, like, the blight is like this infection that turns people into these like monsters, and they're controlled by the archdemon. So all of our operations seem to have finished. So with the watchtowers built, we've had an advanced warning of demon bandit attacks. The area is safe for both the refugees and the farmers who fled the nearby fields. Much appreciated, sir. It's good to know that the Inquisition is willing to put in the time to help these people. Corporal Vale. My dear Josephine, I've looked into the matter of your writer. That book, by the way, is truly dreadful and has never been panned by every critic in Antiva. The publisher does not know the identity of the writer. They received manuscripts by courier. I was able to track down the courier, however, who was receiving her packages from another courier out in Kirkwall. And we got an amulet of power for that. Assuming for Varric. Dalen. Andran Antishan. It does my heart well to hear that you are safe. Our clan was visited by members of the Inquisition who spoke persuasively of the good work you are doing, as well as the fairness in which our kind have been treated by the Inquisition itself. You know that Clan Lavalan has little by way of gold, but I gave the messengers some of our healing herbs. As Silas blessed us with abundance in our recent foraging, we would be a distraction if we came to the Inquisition itself, our hunters arguing with the humans as they so easily do. Nevertheless, if you need aid, send word and we are with you. Darth Shiral. We got some Blood Lotus. So we can send out our advisors onto new missions. Address an old man's concerns. Inquisition says it's for order against chaos, reason, and darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my lands. They claim to be refugees, but I've seen elves and apostates among them, filthy savages, tearing at our roots. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated by the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty, and I will see you richly rewarded for your faith. Screw this guy. We could send a few patrols, but I would prefer they help the refugees, not this Lord Killer. Yeah, I would prefer that too. We could take advantage of his ravings. My spies can harass the refugees into moving somewhere else to win Lord Kelvin's favor. No. Ah yes, Lord Kildren, a pariah, even among his peers. Let us send a polite refusal, nothing more. I'm going to get Cullen to help the refugees.
To work?
Let me get Cult of Andraste. Before the Fifth Blight and the arrival of the hero Ferelden, Haven was occupied by cultists who worshipped a dragon, one they believed to be the Andraste Reborn. Both the cultists and their dragon were long gone by the time the Chantry arrived to build the Temple of Sacred Ashes, but there may still be undiscovered passages of the mountains containing the relics. With a concerted search effort, it might be possible to unearth something useful to the Inquisition. This is a task best left to a few select agents knowledgeable regarding dangerous magic. I have just the ones in mind, so
let's see what we have.
It's something only Liliana to do. I do not know how someone could come to this idea, but I can see the use. It's a large area to search, however. Memo from Josephine, written on a note from Sarah. I know what ruins a party? Bees. I know a man who teaches how to jar them safe but angry. Stingy, no good for honey, but great for throwing. He's somewhere south. I can send runners along the bands. If this weapon can help, it will be found.
Let us begin.
Alright. So let us try to get Blackwall. And then I want to craft some armor for him. Armor and weapons. And then we will do the Master Dennett stuff. So, back to the hinterlands. Blackwall is here. So we're going to land there.
Nothing to report, sir.
Alright. Go get Blackwall. The Grey Warden. Can I go this way? I don't think so. Well, probably, but I'd rather be sure, so we're gonna go up here. Collect all the Blood Lotus. There's a landmark here. Claim that. I don't know why the sound effects are delayed. There he is.
Remember how to carry your shields. You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
Blackwall. Warden Blackwall.
You're not... How do you know my name? Who said... Ah! That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing with these idiots first. Conscripts, here they come!
Let's go.
Hold the wall, men! Make them come to me!
Dead bastard!
Stop and think!
Too late for that! You know how this ends!
He dead.
Sorry, bastards. Good work, conscripts. Even if this shouldn't have happened, they could have... Well, thieves are made, not born. Take back what they stole. Go back to your families. You saved yourselves. You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
I've been called a lot of things lately by a lot of people.
Well, I'm talking to you. Stop dancing.
We're Inquisition, trying to find out why the Wardens disappeared and if it had anything to do with the Divine's murder.
Maker's balls. The Wardens and the Divine. That can't... No, you're asking so you don't really know. First off, I didn't know they disappeared. But we do that, right? No more blight, job done. Wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no Warden killed the Divine. Our purpose isn't political.
Not here to accuse, not yet. I just need information. I've only found you. Where are the rest?
I haven't seen any Wardens for months. I travel alone, recruiting. Not much interest because the Archdemon is a decade dead, and no need to conscript because there's no blight coming. Treaties give Wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims. They had to do what I said, so I told them to stand. Next time they won't need me. Grey Wardens can inspire. Make you better than you think you are.
I wasn't aware Grey Wardens could take whatever they want.
It's complicated. If there's a blight, everyone has to help the effort to fight it. The treaties are ancient. Outside of blights, it's as binding as a clever tongue can make it.
Do you have any idea where the other Wardens could have gone?
Maybe they returned to our stronghold at Weishaupt. That's in the Anderfels, a long way north. I don't really know. Can't imagine why they'd all disappear at once, let alone where they disappear to.
Why haven't you gone missing like the rest of them?
Well, maybe I was going to. Or maybe there's a new directive, but a runner got lost or something. My job was to recruit on my own. Plan to stay that way for months. Years.
It's been a pleasure, Warden Blackwall, but this didn't help at all.
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment. The Divine is dead and the sky is torn. Events like these, thinking we're absent is almost as bad as thinking we're involved. If you're trying to put things right, maybe you need a warden. Maybe you need me.
The Inquisition needs all the support it can get. But what can one Grey Warden do?
Save the fucking world if pressed. Look, maybe fighting demons from the sky isn't something I'm practiced at. But show me someone who is. And like I said, there are treaties. Maybe this isn't a blight, but it's bloody well a disaster. Some will honor them. Being a warden means something to a lot of people.
Warden Blackwall, the Inquisition accepts your offer.
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on. And perhaps I've been keeping to myself for too long. This warden walks with the Inquisition.
Hell yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go back to Haven just to outfit him. Let's do his abilities though. I'm gonna kind of mirror Cassandra. I do want this one though. Armor bonus to your compadres. Shield bash, turn to bolt. This and this. So this is preferred. And then preferred. Give us some accessories. We have Amulet of Power for Varric. What does he have? Token of the Packmaster. So extra skill point for Varric. Don't need anything else. I'll give you that. Willpower can go to... yeah. That's it for now. We gotta upgrade your gear, buddy. Go back to Haven just to craft. And we'll come back to the hinterlands afterward. Don't know if we have enough resources, but we'll try, and we can always go to the Black Emporium to get stuff. I haven't crafted any of the upgrades for them, which I might do as well. So I don't want anything super OP right now. I mean, for armor it's fine, but for weapons I don't want them to be too powerful right now. It's just gonna take away the challenge. Maximum health. Silk. Nug skin. Cool. Let's rename. Black wall. Iron. Armor. Okay. So we got that. Huh? What? Oh, Cassandra got it. What the heck? How did that even happen? Alright, there's Black Wall's armor. He needs the upgrades.
Serve you well.
Okay. Gonna give him a new weapon. Something not too powerful. There's a Raider hatchet. Thrusting sword. Kirkwall mace. 133, 133, 101, 108. Let's do this one. Iron. Armor penetration. Stagger on hit. Let's do the stagger on hit. Even though it's only 4%. Yeah, attack. Wait. 8% attack. Why not? Okay, so we got that. Let's do a grip. There's a skull on that one. That looks cool. This one's curved. I kind of like that too. It's kind of like Count Dooku. Kind of want this Count Dooku curved hilt. And let's craft him a shield. Grey Warden shield. Shield of the Emperor. Winter's Breath. Proving shield, that's kind of cool. Polish shield. I'm not gonna give him something too overpowered. Grey Warden shield. That makes sense. Let's do the Grey Warden shield. Maximum health. Let's do the maximum health. Blackwall. Warden. Shield. All right. Oops, we're equipping. Blackwall. Weapons. Brutal broadsword. And that. Modify his weapon. Cool. Even though it looks a little off-center. I like it. What do the upgrades cost? I just want it for the look. So it's only metal. Let's just craft them. Oops. And some legs. Definitely these ones. Let's do the canine leather. Ah. Okay. He looks cool. How about for Solus? Missing some cloth. How about for the legs? Cloth I'm missing. Okay. And maybe Varric? Prowler armor arms. That's cool. I like these. Druffalo hide. And Druffalo hide, because that's all the leather we have. Oops. Man, my controller drift is getting worse and worse. And some legs. Looks like a little bit much. But I like it. Just doing it for the look. Looks like we need some cloth for Solus. We'll probably get some when when we're fighting. The other legs might be better. That's okay. So yeah, let's go back to the hinterlands. We could go to the Black Emporium and get some resources. I honestly just want the look over the stats, to be honest. That's why I didn't give them any, like...
Handle the merchandise with care.
I didn't give them anything super powerful in terms of weapons. The guy who runs the Black Emporium is hilarious. Just in case. And then we'll sell... Did I buy all that? How much silk did I buy? 26, okay. So let's sell that. Can sell all this, to be honest. Because we're just crafting stuff at this point. Never gonna use that. That'll be good. Yeah, they have some like unique weapons and armor here. You can also change your character's look. Give him a little bit of plastic surgery. This guy's hilarious. Okay. We're just gonna quickly craft that stuff for Solus, and then we'll get along with the story. Hopefully we're strong enough to fight those demons, because they just mauled us the last time I tried. I think they're level 8 or 9. We're currently level 7. Golden Nug. Alright. Solus. I want the Battle Mage Armor Arms, I think. If he would just load in, yep. I want these. And I want, oh crap, I forgot to rename them. And these. Silk. And silk. Solus. All right. Let's upgrade those. All right, we're good to go. Let's get out of here. Oops. So we want to do the watchtower stuff. So we're gonna land here, grab the Druffalo, and then go back to Master Dennett. Let's see how we do. Oh, I need to do Blackwall's behaviors. So, everyone looking good? So for behaviors for Blackwall, I want that mana reserve to go down there. We are going to defend controlled character. And then healing potion, 20%. Let's save, just in case we die. Oh yeah, and Varric has an extra ability point. What do I want? Honestly, I kind of want to save points until we get his Artificer specialization. So we're going to do that. Oh my gosh. My controller drift is crazy. DualShock 4 is the worst controller. Hands down. Where are you going? Hey. Oh my gosh. I think Blackwall should be following, I have to change all of them too. Controlled character. We'll do. Oh my gosh. Follow. And then this should be Blackwall. Why is Blackwall stuck? Oh my gosh, wrong character. Attack this one. Oh my goodness. We're just getting destroyed. Oh my gosh. And we wiped. We can beat him. I know we can beat him. I just need to change all those behaviors again. And they kept getting stuck. Okay. I'll save it here so that I don't have to redo all that stuff. Kill him. Stupid. Oh my goodness. What level are they? Nope, didn't work. Oh, it did work. Kill him quick. Come on. Oh my gosh. Why are you back here? Where is he? Where is he? Where did I die? Where did I die? Oh, here. What the hell? I don't understand. Did they die? Oh, we did it. That was not... That was not the smoothest. But... we did it. And we leveled up. Which is perfect because I really need this. I'm gonna return this Druffalo. Should be like, I swear there's like wolves around here. Anyways. The follow system for this Druffalo is the worst. It's so slow. And like, it stops. Please hurry. I just rolled over him. Next ability I want to do is the Earth-Shattering Strike. And then the foundation of my basic attack order will be complete. Come on, buddy. You are the worst. Well, these black walls, super tanky. Almost there. You can do it. I think this is the pen. Alright, finally. Got your stupid Druffalo back. Don't let it ever happen again.
Thank you. I appreciate you finding her, and I'll see to it that this never happens again.
That's what I thought. Alright, we can turn in the quests for the Watchtowers, the Wolves, and recruit Master Dennett. But I think we need Cassandra for that. If I can remember. We'll, trusty steed. What should we name him? We named the horse Bill. I'll think on this. He needs a good name. We name all our animals. Oops, why did I rest? I want this change party. Just for now. Just to recruit Master Dennett. We can call him Moose. My best friend's nickname, we call him Moose. Stupid shards. Worst quest in this game.
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need real defenses. I've got a few ideas.
I've built watchtowers in the areas you recommended.
Nicely done. That'll give both your refugees and our farmers some warning next time trouble pays a visit. I'll speak to the master and have weapons sent to your people at the crossroads.
Excellent. Now you.
You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
The wolves should be back to normal now. They shouldn't be any further trouble.
That's good to hear. I'll send word to the farmers and let my husband know what you've done. It may not seem like much, but you've given this land hope it desperately needed. Thank you.
One more. You come join us now.
Yelena says you got rid of those
What the?
demon-cursed wolves. Should be safer for our farmers now.
What's
You've held
going on?
up your end of our bargain, Inquisition. You'll have my whole stable and good
What's
hands.
going on?
You sent your stable hands and your horses to the Inquisition. What about you?
What's going on?
Cleaned up the area, and I can't say I'm not tempted. Still, it feels wrong to abandon my land to go play horsemaster again.
Are you Andrastian? This is a matter of faith. The Maker would want the best to join us.
I've heard some things about you lot. Can't say I'm not interested in what it all means. All right, Inquisition. I'll look to your horses myself. Never let it be said that Redcliffe gave less than the best. Just let me settle matters here and say goodbye to my wife. I'll meet you at Haven.
There we go. That was really weird. Alright, so we got Master Dennett. We need to go to Redcliffe. So, what's the closest? Get Blackwall back. And then there's a bottom section we need to do. Actually,
Sent a report, sir.
we might need Cassandra again to recruit. Or is it Varric? I don't remember. I want to get as many agents as possible. So we're level 8 right now. Level 10 is when we'll get Earth-Shattering Strike. Should be able to get that before the end of Act 1. I hope. Man, don't tell me I need a new controller already. This is barely 6 months old. And from what I hear, PS5 controllers are just as bad. Oops.
The people here should leave the area. It's too dangerous.
This is their home, Seeker.
Did we miss it? Yeah, it's up there.
Must be be something here. Let's look around.
Quest complete. Did you guys kill him? Where is he? Some silk. Gotta be careful of those ice mines. Letter found on Dead Templar. In light of the current hostilities, I believe our arrangement is no longer satisfactory. You are unable to reach with me with payment, and I have no means of delivering the merchandise to you. I hope that when this unfortunate situation is resolved, we may once again do business. Tanner.
Here, let me try.
Try all you want. Something here. Bottle, a hard liquor that is not so much served as it is brandished, coarse and indifferent. It is to your taste or it is not. The failing is yours if you cannot raise or lower to the challenge of a distiller told not to. Alright. Now we can try to head over to Redcliffe. Down here.
Redcliffe Village should be just ahead.
I want a constant watch on that damned thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons.
Looks like they got a rift, an active rift over there. We can shut it down for y'all. Because that's what we do. Hat of the Inquisitor. Right. Well. So squishy. Get over here. The combat roll is so OP.
We don't know what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
There are many mages in Redcliffe. Maybe Fiona will know what's going on.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly.
You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
The veil is weaker here than in Haven. And not merely weak, but altered in a way I have not seen.
We should talk to the Grand Enchanter.
So it seems like there is something amiss with the Grand Enchanter, and somehow Tevinter is here as well. But we're going to leave it at that until the next episode. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.